12 minutes to impact.
Цель – Москва.
The king was meeting the prime minister at Balmoral. During that time, the nuclear launch codes were breached. The codes have been cloned. They can now reroute any warhead to any location. They've chosen Moscow. The world is 12 minutes from nuclear annihilation, but you have 2 days to stop it. 5 clues are hidden. A red herring is waiting to deceive, and 1 traitor must be exposed before it's too late.
Devon Archer has been summoned. But only with your help can the covert detective agency solve this crime and prevent global disaster.
Find the 5 real clues, spot the red herring, and uncover the truth behind this mystery. Drop your theories in the comments below. Your insight fuels our mission, and your choices may determine what happens next. The missile streaked into the sky, glowing red hot as it left the Scottish Highlands behind. Russian radar tracked it. Target, Moscow. Time to impact, 12 minutes. But that moment hadn't come from nowhere. 2 days earlier, I arrived by helicopter at Balmoral Castle. The estate was sealed tight. A Scotland Yard inspector met me in the mist.
The Prime Minister was here for a private audience with the King. That same night, we had a blackout. 3 minutes, only affected the West Wing.
Only the wing with the war room. I asked for access to the logs and surveillance. The records showed a precisely timed power drop, just enough to knock out security systems. Cameras, biometric locks, all down. Someone had created the perfect window. There were 3 with the access and opportunity.
I was delivering a classified dispatch to the King's Secretary. My name's in the logbook.
She was sharp, newly cleared for top-level access, and just a little too composed.
I don't touch those systems anymore, but I know what they look like when they've been tampered with.
Reese had written the original cipher for targeting overrides. Retired now, and bitter, but still dangerous.
I've made financial mistakes, but betraying the crown, I'd never.
I reviewed the surveillance footage from the corridor outside the war room. It looked clean, too clean. Then I saw it, a subtle jump in the video. Not a glitch, a splice. Someone had edited themselves out. Later, security brought me a new lead, fingerprints on the terminal. But they belonged to a military officer who'd accessed the system earlier that day during a routine briefing. Dead end. While digging through system logs, I found an odd calendar notice, a late-night meeting request, luring both the Prime Minister and King to the war room at the moment the breach occurred. Too coincidental to ignore. Then a flash drive turned up during a sweep of Ava's quarters. It was filled with nothing but vacation photos. It could have been a distraction, could have been nothing at all. In the tech lab, I found what I needed. The logs showed the terminal had been accessed after the power was back online. Yet the hallway footage still showed an empty corridor. Someone hadn't just hidden their trail, they'd rewritten it. Whoever did this had access, technical precision, and intent. Honorary members of the covert detective agency. You've seen what I've seen. You've heard their voices. Did you notice the inconsistencies? Who created the window? Who erased the evidence? Who had the motive and the clearance? If you've solved it already, well done. But if not, we've prepared a song. It carries the truth. And buried inside, you may just find the final clue that brings everything into focus. Let's listen.
The fog rolled low where the castle lay, its towers still beneath the gray. A shadow passed through the west wing door. 3 minutes dark, then light once more. No footsteps caught, no voices raised, just whispers lost in power haze. Tick by tick, the silence lied. Steel and secrets locked inside the hallway watched, but no one came. A ghost had learned to play the game. Truth runs late, but lies run fast. Only shadows ever last. schedule showed a midnight meet, two names that shouldn't ever greet. A message sent from someone's hand, but not the one who'd made the plan. She smiled beneath the castle's dome, but left behind no trace at home. Tick by tick the silence breaks, codes and shadows both at stake. The key they used was royal born, a lock long buried, now reborn. Truth runs late but lies still burn. Turn the cipher, twist and learn. The logs revived what eyes denied, a corridor where no one lied. But screens don't blink when time is bent, and silence hides the one who went. No shadow moved, yet keys were pressed, the past rewritten to erase the guest. A fingerprint upon the key. Truth is not what eyes didn't see. The soldier's head you coming on. A sigh was right, but still fill hall. My whispers read that silence grew. The lock is old, but trade of new.
Have you unraveled the truth behind The Castle Traitor? A mystery thriller that nearly ended everything? Did you catch the clues? Hidden in camera glitches and forgotten access logs? Can you separate the real evidence from the planted lies? Take a moment to think it through. If you need more time, hit pause now, because in 10 seconds the answers will be revealed. The 5 clues. 1 red herring, 1 traitor. Let's walk through what really happened, what was missed, what was misleading, and what finally exposed the one who nearly pushed the world to the brink. Clue number 1. The localized power outage in the West Wing created a perfect 3-minute window where all surveillance and security systems were down. This was no accident. It was a precision blackout triggered by someone who knew how to exploit the infrastructure. Clue number 2. The hallway surveillance footage was tampered with. A subtle jump cut erased movement from the feed, pointing directly to someone with access to internal video systems and the skill to erase themselves. Clue number 3. The launch terminal was accessed using the Royal Cipher, a highly restricted encryption protocol known only to senior insiders. This narrowed the suspect pool to a select few, one of whom had only recently gained such clearance. Clue number 4. A forged calendar invitation brought the Prime Minister and the King into the war room moments before the breach. It wasn't just odd timing, it was a misdirection designed to clear the space so the traitor could move undetected. Clue number 5. The system logs showed the terminal was accessed after power was restored, yet the hallway footage still showed nothing. This contradiction proved beyond doubt that the footage had been deliberately overwritten. It was the linchpin clue, the one piece of evidence that exposed both the breach and the cover-up. The red herring. A flash drive found in Ava Langford's room seemed suspicious, but contained only vacation photos. It was irrelevant to the case and likely served as a planted distraction or unfortunate coincidence. The investigation pointed straight to Ava Langford. She had just received clearance to access top-secret systems, possessed the technical skills to manipulate surveillance footage, and was one of the few people capable of deploying the Royal Cipher. Most damning of all, she had the knowledge and access required to rewrite history, editing herself out of the system after the crime was done. When Devon pieced together the truth, he immediately alerted Scotland Yard. Working in coordination with national defense systems, they transmitted a remote destruct signal to the rogue missile. Seconds later, high above the stratosphere, the warhead disintegrated, neutralized without detonation, narrowly averting a global catastrophe. She didn't break in from the outside. She was already on the inside, standing next to the most powerful leaders in the world. Every clue eventually folded into her shadow. But the one thing Devon Archer hadn't uncovered yet was why. That moment was coming. We hope that you enjoyed this mystery and had as much fun solving it as we had creating it. If you enjoy this type of content, Don't forget to subscribe and enable the notification bell so you never miss a case. And for our most dedicated sleuths, we invite you to become an honorary member of the Covert Detective Agency at www.thecovertdetectiveagency.com, where you will unlock over 20 exclusive benefits, including access to the final confrontation video and what the motive was for the person who committed the crime. Finally, we would love to hear from you. Drop your thoughts, theories, and suggestions for future mysteries in the comments below.